Alright, hello everybody, Bradley's Fan 9 here, finally with an RJ45 setup tutorial video. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. I'm sorry if I've taken my time. I got lots going on, but finally getting it out here, so hopefully you can finally start spoofing with iTools. Like you can see here, it's what I've been doing with my main for a while. If you follow my videos, you know I talk about it a lot. iTools, Bluetooth, yada yada yada. So I'll give you the whole quick rundown on what the RJ45 is for, what it's used with, and what it's used for, and then how to set it up. So let's get rolling on this tutorial video for RJ45. So I'd also like to mention, we got Mr. Peach here, he's sleeping over in the box over here, and we got Pika chilling on the bed over there, but neither of them want to be in front of the camera, so you just get me today. So first things off, you're wondering, what is this even for? Well, it works with the iTools, as you can see there. It's a spoofing software that is not a third-party app. It changes your whole device's location, and then you can spoof safely with the original app. So the quick explanation is, if you have iOS 12 and didn't update your device, then you can simply go to the iTools website and pick up one of those guys. It's called the iTools Mobile, and that one will allow you to spoof around the world without any limitations. But if you have a device where it's iOS 13 or now 14, then you will run into the problem where you can only use it to spoof 15 kilometers around your actual location. Hence why they came out with a Bluetooth version and now an RJ45 adapter that goes with it. So just to quickly show you, that's iTools Bluetooth. And that's the RJ45 adapter. So if you have iOS 13 or 14, then you're gonna, when you go to the iTools website, you can go to the Spoofing Vault or just search it up on my other videos. I show lots of people just where to get it from in other videos, like my iTools Bluetooth. If you don't have that yet, you could watch that to get it set up if you need extra help. But if you do want to spoof farther than 15 kilometers from your location and your device is iOS 13 or 14, you're gonna have to get this. And then you're also going to have to get this. So unfortunately it's a little clunky, but it's called a camera to Ethernet adapter, something like that. It's kind of a little funky. So if you find some other device that has the similar slots, then I'm sure it would work too, but no guarantee. This one you can get from the Bluetooth iTools section on their website. So when you go to Bluetooth, it gives you the option to bundle it with this, or you could just buy this separately for $15. So if you've gotten this and still want to spoof further than 15K in your iOS 13 or higher, then you're going to have to go and buy one of these guys. But keep in mind, as I mentioned in all my other videos, it's not always available, so keep up to date with my videos. Either support me on Patreon. I'll always update the store when it comes up and replenishes, but also on my weekly videos I'll update people when it's available. So keep your eye out for iTools Store for these guys. Okay, so now a lot of you have gotten all these devices and are just wondering how to hook it up and been waiting for me to teach you, because it can be a little confusing and there's a lot of little fidgeting that you got to do with the settings to make it work properly. So I'll be going through those steps. I'll number the steps so that you can refer to it in comments if you have questions or things like that. We'll go through each step one by one. I can't screen mirror while using airplane mode, so I'm going to have to record on my one iPad, but I will show you over there the recording while I talk to you about the steps. And before we get to the steps, you're going to have to make sure that you have Test Flight downloaded and then also iTools downloaded from the Test Flight app. All right, so as you can see there, the Test Flight app right in the middle of those three apps there, you can download that from the App Store. And so some of you may already have this, but you also know when you buy your iTools that they'll send you an email. It'll most likely be in your junk or a different folder than the purchase confirmation email came from. And it'll be under the name of Test Flight. And it'll be from an invite from Lena Shen, I believe. And it'll have a little link for you. You tap that link and it'll open that app for you in the Test Flight app. So then that'll be your actual spoofing app, and it's tied to your Apple ID. So keep in mind, you have to be signed in to the same Apple ID that you purchased it with, because you have to type in an Apple ID when you purchase this device in the first place. And as you can see there, I got iTools Go V2 and iTools Bluetooth. That's because I showed you I got the mobile version on my main iPad, and then I got the Bluetooth version for my extra one. So now that we're all set up, you should be at this part. If you did not receive an email, some people say that it's probably hidden in your different files or hidden in junk or auto-deleted or whatever. Look in all those files. It should be there. They don't just screw people over. So if you for sure have looked everywhere and haven't found it, there's nothing I can do for you, but you could go and email them and try and talk to them and see if they can figure something out for you. That's out of my reach, so sorry I can't help you with that issue. So let's get to the steps. Okay, so now that you have Test Flight downloaded, iTools app downloaded, you have your Bluetooth device, and you have your RJ45, let's get going to step 1. And one more thing before we get started with the steps, you're going to want to make sure to download Pokemon Go from the App Store. The original app is what you use with iTools, that's why it's so safe. You don't download a third-party app and install it on your device. You just go to the App Store, download Pokemon Go itself, and what iTools does is just change your entire device location. So make sure you have Pokemon Go downloaded before you turn on airplane mode, because you won't be able to download the app. Step 1. You got to get your RJ45 adapter. Now this is the disappointing part. I didn't realize this at first, but you need to connect it to Ethernet. Once you know what Ethernet looks like, you got to hook it up to a router. So obviously the longer cord you have, the better, because that means you got more free play, but it has to stay close to the router. So I advise an extra device and not using it on your main phone, although it is possible when you're home. You're just going to have to redo some settings, but I'll get to that near the end. Easy enough. Take the Ethernet that's plugged into the router already and just plug it in to the middle slot of your RJ45. Easy enough. Then you're going to connect the lightning cord to the bottom of your device itself. And as you see, it glows up once you have it connected. So we're making good progress. So these next few steps are critical to get this working properly. Make sure you follow them in order as I tell you. So first you're going to want to open the settings. You're going to want to go to General. You're going to want to go down to Reset. And then at the bottom there you see Reset Location and Privacy. You want to tap that one. Reset. Alright, so that's it for step 2, but keep in mind this will cause all the location permissions and things like that on your phone to get reset. So when you open apps and stuff, you're going to have to re-say, yes, you could use my permission, you could use this, you could use this. So that can be annoying if you use your main device, because I've used it on my phone, and I found that kind of annoying to have to redo all that. But I have this iPad that just stays at home, and it's just used for this, so it doesn't get disconnected from the Ethernet, so it's pretty much good to go just for Pokemon. So I keep that in mind. If you're really into it, you want to have an extra device just for it, but not completely necessary. On to step 3. We're going to want to start off by turning on airplane mode. So as you can see, it'll turn Wi-Fi off. That's what airplane mode will do. It'll do other things too. But now it basically means it's going to strictly run from that Ethernet connection that we got here. So now it doesn't have Wi-Fi, but it doesn't need data, and you can still use the internet. So that's how we're bypassing it, by using that. A little bit of trickery, but if you want to spoof and play Pokemon all around the world, this is how you do it. I know it's kind of a $100 investment roughly, but it's a lot of fun, safe, and it's not repetitive purchases. Once you buy it, you should be good to go and have a lot of fun. So now with airplane mode on, Wi-Fi turned off, you're going to want to go down, scroll down to the privacy section in the settings. And you're going to, at the very top there, location services, go and turn those off. So now it doesn't know where we are, and we're going to make our own location with the Bluetooth iTools basically. Step 4, we're going to have to bust out our iTools Bluetooth. And we're going to want to turn it on. Need better nails, I guess. Or not. Either way, you'll see it start blinking at first. So that means we're going to have to connect it on our device here. So we're going to go to Bluetooth. And then while it's blinking, you should see it pop up there. Going to want to tap it, and then it should say connected. So remember, you're going to have to do this every time you turn on your Bluetooth device. This is the basics of using iTools Bluetooth. Many people will not have it connected and think they do have it connected. So remember this next step here. Once you do that in the settings, you go to iTools itself, the app. You're going to want to go over to that little Bluetooth icon on the far right there, tap it, and then you'll see your Bluetooth device on the list. And if it's connected to the settings, it'll work, it'll get connected. And then you'll see the little green icon over there of the Bluetooth icon. That means you're good to go. So once you see this, turn on location services to allow Bluetooth. You're going to want to accept this. And now we turn it on. So once it's connected, you go into the iTools app, and then it'll ask you to turn on location services. So now that it's connected, we got our own location right here. So now we should be able to go back into the app and teleport further than 15 kilometers from where we are. Remember, if some ever doesn't seem to be working, make sure that little green icon is on there, because if your Bluetooth is not connected, you may have done everything right and still can't go farther from your location. Maybe wondering what's wrong. Just make sure that Bluetooth's connected, okay? And then there we go. Once it is, you see I've teleported somewhere in New Zealand. Keep in mind, it doesn't like to teleport and do stuff while I'm recording. But just to show you, it's at least 15 kilometers away. We'll go to my favorite spot here, Zaragoza, Spain. And right here, there's a nasty horseshoe, tons of stops, tons of raids everywhere, tons of people playing. It's good vibes over in Zaragoza, so feel free to go hang out over there in Zaragoza, because I will be there lots of times too. There we go. As you can see, teleported to Goza, so I could go anywhere I want on this iOS 13 device. I believe iOS 14 will work too, using this RJ45. So as long as it's connected to the Ethernet, this baby could spoof wherever it wants. So I'm going to turn off this recording because it clearly screws with the spawns and things. Once I turn recording off, all the things will pop up again. So as you can see, this is my iOS 12 Bluetooth. I can mirror that, no problem. Or you could use Bluetooth with iOS 12, but you could also get that mobile device and that'll work as well. So now I'm in Goza there, I'm in Goza in this one, so they could battle, raid, they could do whatever they want. So I hope you enjoyed this video and can finally get spoofing out there all over the world using your Bluetooth device and your RJ45, which is now connected. So if you ever struggle, make sure to go back to those steps and follow them carefully. And once you do, you should be good to roll. Now, keep in mind, if you ever have to turn airplane mode off and disconnect it, which is very possible, you're just going to have to go through those steps again. But if your device has not been changed in the settings, like you could take off the RJ45 or turn off the Bluetooth, turn off the device, turn it back on. You won't have to repeat all those steps. You will have to reconnect the Bluetooth again, like you always have to do. But all the other steps, like the location settings, will not have to get screwed with. Just plug your RJ45 back in and it should just work like normal. So I hope this made it clear for everybody and you could finally go out there and enjoy everything in the world of spoofing. Thanks for watching my videos. You could go follow me on BradleySven9 Instagram, Pogo Shiny Hunter Instagram. Go check out my website with all my information. Or if you want to talk to me live, see me playing Shundo Hunting, or just want to ask questions or just vibe out with all the good people and Shundo Hunt and things like that, go check out my Twitch, because I'm starting to hit that up a lot more, connecting with people, and it's been a lot of fun. So hope to see you all out there on my weekly videos and everywhere else. And have a great day, everybody. See you later.